Bienvenue pour le
Welcome
photocall de
for the photocall of the film CAPHARNAUM, directed by Nadine Labak from the Lebanon. She's the woman on the right of your screen. She's standing along with her young actor. His name is Zain Alrafeea. He's the young boy. He's the hero of the film called CAPHARNAUM. And alongside Nadine, we have the producer,
Mouzahar, qui a également composé la musique.
who also composed the music of the film.
Un film donc qui a marqué hier soir.
This is a film which really did strike the hearts of the festival goers yesterday. Standing next to Zain, who's now 13 years old, you see the Eritrean actress. Her name is Yordanos Shifera.
Voilà des comédiens non professionnels.
These are non-professional actors.
Castés au Liban.
They were chosen in Lebanon by Jennifer Haddad, who was in charge of choosing the cast for the film CAPHARNAUM. And she has brought wonderful characters to the screen. They are living out the fate, the living conditions in real life of what we see on the screen. Zain was a street urchin who decided to take his parents to court because they gave him life, and his life is so hard. He feels that the parents need to be prosecuted for that. And so in the film we see Zain, and we follow his storyline. We also follow the storyline of a young lady called Rahil in the film, played by Yordanos Shifera. And she plays that role with great tenderness, but there is no concessions by the film, by the camera of Nadine Labak. It's a strong story, a terrible story of a street urchin who would prefer not to have been born. Zain comes from Syria.
Qui ne connaît pas exactement le destin du Zain
His
du
fate
film.
is not exactly the same as the character he portrays on screen,
Ont émigré au Liban pour
but
fuir
his parents
la guerre
emigrated
syrienne.
to the Lebanon to flee the war in Syria. And he is such a strong little character. So we really are linking back to those strong films of the 30s, a day we thought we had moved on from the poverty from back in the 30s. We think about Charlie Chaplin and The Kid, for example. It's the same ilk, this film, CAPHARNAUM. So on screen we have Nadine Labak in competition for the very first time in her career as a filmmaker and an actress. Today we are greeting her as the filmmaker, although she does have a minor role as a lawyer in the film. She's the lawyer of the young boy played by Zain. She came to the Directors' Fortnight here in Cannes back in 2007 with her film Caramel, and then she came to the Un Certain Regard section in 2011 with a film called Where Do We Go Now? She's back in 2018 with CAPHARNAUM. The gentleman on the screen with her is her husband, co-screenwriter and music composer Khaled Mouzahar. They embarked on a major project. It's taken them 3 years to get to the screens. They were completely plunged into life on the streets in Beirut, in the most underprivileged neighborhoods, because they wanted to tell their story from a child's point of view, recounting that struggle for dignity, for emancipation, for survival. And in the film, there is another very touching character, a baby,
qui est un petit enfant
a small child,
18 mois,
aged about 18 months, a year, 18 months, and that baby has a wonderful presence on the screen. He's the one who brings a smile to the screen, although his life conditions are absolutely terrible. This child, since, has been expelled out of the Lebanon. The actress who you saw earlier on, Yordanos Shifera, was stopped by the police because when they were shooting, because she didn't have ID papers. So the film really was founded in the reality of the crew members.
de nous raconter et de
And so
mettre en
Nadine
lumière,
Labaki has
de
chosen
pointer sa
to
caméra vers une
direct her
réalité, une
camera at
souffrance réelle.
reality, real life suffering.
Le titre du film lui est venu même
The
avant
film title,
CAPHARNAUM,
CAPHARNAUM, came to her before she
avant
even
même,
started shooting,
l'histoire.
before she really knew the story she was going to tell.
Cette histoire d'enfants dans
It's
ce
a
monde dans lequel nous
story
vivons.
of children
enfants
in today's
sont en souffrance.
world, children who are suffering.
Nombre d'enfants à travers le monde souffrent.
Many children around
Dans
the
leurs
world are
conditions de vie
suffering.
quotidiennes.
They have terrible living conditions.
Et il a fallu 500
And
heures de
she
rush à Nadine Labaki
had
pour
500
obtenir cet effet
hours
de
of
réalité.
footage that she plowed through to generate this atmosphere of reality.
Voilà donc Nadine Labaki
So here
à
we have
Cannes
on
avec
your
un film, je vous
screen,
le disais, à
Nadine
la fin
Labaki
de la
here in
projection,
Cannes. At
les
the end of the
larmes
screening
coulaient sur de
yesterday,
nombreux visages qui ont
tears
assisté à cette
were
projection d'hier
pouring
soir.
down people's
Un
faces.
film qui vous touche au cœur.
It really strikes a
forcément
chord. It
bouleversant.
touches you to the very core.
Un film où on suit
It's a
ce
film
parcours de
which shows
pour la survie de
us
ce garçon.
a fight
Et
for
aussi ce procès,
survival.
la défense de
And it's
ses
also a
parents.
court
C'est ce
case.
qui est
The
intéressant avec
parents
ce
have to
film,
put
c'est que
their
le film
case
se déroule
forward.
tout
They
au
have
long
to
avec un
defend
procès
themselves. So we've got this court
où l'on
case
découvre
playing
les
off,
points de vue de
during which
chacun
we hear the points of
des
view of
intervenants
all
de
of the
ce
different
film.
protagonists in the film.
Chacun a droit à sa
And
défense,
everyone
même ses
has the
parents
right
qui
to
semblent
speak out,
complètement
even the
perdus,
parents who seem
sont des
completely
enfants
lost. They're making
s'en occupent
babies,
pas
but they
vraiment.
don't take care of them once they're
un peu à
born.
l'abandon.
They just abandon them.
Le point de départ du film, c'est
The
que ce
starting
petit
point
Zain,
in the film is
il a
when
une sœur un peu
Zain
plus grande,
and his little sister, or his older
qui
sister
devient
rather,
pubère, et ses parents choisissent de la donner littéralement
and the
comme
parents
épouse
choose to give the older sister away as a
un vendeur
bride to
qui tient une petite épicerie.
a
Elle n'a que
trader
11
who
ans.
has a little grocery shop. She's only 11 years old. So
Et
the parents
de
give her
colère,
away as a
le jeune
bride
Zain
to this
décide de
shopkeeper.
partir
Zain is furious.
quitter,
He decides to
une sorte de foyer
leave that sort of
familial, mais est-ce qu'on peut
home.
véritablement
Is it
appeler
really
ça
a
un foyer? En
home?
tout cas, cet
One
endroit,
wonders. Well, it's the place where
d'insalubrité totale
they
dans lequel vivent ses parents.
lived,
Un
a
père
dirty
complet qui passe son
hovel.
temps sur le canapé allongé.
The
une
father
mère
spends
qui
all of his time lying
n'arrive
down
pas
on
à
the
gérer,
settee. The
sa
mum
nombreuse progéniture.
just can't keep control of
Et
her
lui,
many children. And this young
travaille
boy,
justement dans
Zain,
cette
who's
petite
12
épicerie
in the film,
pour
he
aider ses
works
parents.
in the grocery shop to try and bring some money
Complètement
home.
révolté par leur
And he
activité, par le
is
fait que
absolutely disgusted
sa
by their
très jeune
attitude
sœur
and disgusted by the fact that
soit
that little
donnée
girl
comme ça
was given away
à un homme
as a bride
alors qu'elle n'a que
to
11
a
ans.
man. She was only 11 years old.
Et bien sûr, les parents se défendent.
The parents
donnent leur
tried
point
to
de vue en disant que c'est la
explain why
seule
they had to do
manière-
it,
la seule
saying
manière
it was the only
de donner une
way
vraie vie à cette,
that they could
cette petite
give that
fille,
girl
de la
any
sortir de
type
la
of life, to
misère.
get her
La
out
mère
of
qui
their
raconte qu'elle ne
extreme
nourrit ses
poverty. The
enfants
mother
qu'avec
said
de l'eau
that
et
she
du sucre.
could only give
plupart
her
du temps,
children
voici
water
Nadine
and
Labaki,
sugar
voici son
to survive.
interprète.
On the screen we have
Zain
Nadine
Alrafeea,
Labaki with
je vous
Zain
disais,
Alrafeea,
jeune
the young
comédien
boy,
qui vient de
young
Syrie,
actor who comes from Syria,
qui a une puissance d'interprétation,
and who
une présence
plays so well on the screen, such strong presence. And he was found just out on the street by an on the spur of the moment casting session, and he really is a gem. He's been found by chance,
et en colère en permanence contre
and
ce monde
he
des adultes qui le révoltent. Et c'est
embodies the
cette
anger
colère, ce fait d'être à la fois
that the
de
young boy
lutter,
feels, and the
non
struggle.
pas être simplement une simple victime, mais de
He
lutter et d'aller
doesn't
jusqu'à
want
faire
to
un
be
procès à
just
ses parents.
a
C'est la très belle
victim. He really rises up, takes control of the situation, and takes his parents to court.
et dans lequel l'ont fait naître ses parents, Nadine Labaki, avec ce film
Nadine
très fort qui a
Labaki
bouleversé
is bringing such a strong film here to the 71st Cannes Film Festival. So she's a filmmaker as well as an actress. She's the third female filmmaker to be in the competition this year.